Hi, boys and girls. So, we've been working on We Can Be Really Convincing this week. And for your pet story, you were telling your opinion and starting that by saying, I think or I want. Then you were to tell a little story about why you believe that. And then you're supposed to give lots of reasons. So, today, we're going to add some more, okay? And I want you to shift your thinking. And I'm not going to have a mentor text. I want you to just think of a problem. Think of something in the world, something in your home. You already came up with one. So I want you to think of something, maybe a big problem like, um, should there be more kindness in the world? Should we be taking recycling more? Should we be taking better care of the earth? Should we be, things like that. So I want you to think of your opinion, and then I want you to tell a little story about it. Then I want you to give lots of reasons, but then I also want you to give a fix-it idea. Okay, and that would start out like, maybe we can, and so maybe we can, you guys were talking earlier in the week, about the narwhal story last week and how people were putting garbage in the sea and how that was making them sick. And so you said, well, let's put up signs down by the beach and have them not put up trash. So that's a great fix-it idea, or a solution would be another fancy way of saying it. So, and then you could also start it by saying, we should come up with a fix-it idea, some way to fix it. Okay. So if yours was, well, I have some examples that I want to show you next. Now, here's another important part when you're persuading someone and writing persuasive writing. You want to be polite. Okay, be polite. So we want to say, please pick up your trash, and then say, thank you for doing all you can to not get plastic and trash into our oceans or lakes. So putting in polite talk can really go far in convincing people to do it. And then here's one last important part. Include important information. So you might, in your picture, include a really important picture that would help people understand what you want them to do. And then maybe you would label it. Maybe you might write about a book that you read. Maybe you read The Great Kapok Tree, and that book talks about saving our rainforests in the world. And so you can say, I read the book The Great Kapok Tree, and that made me very concerned about how many trees are being cut down in the world. And then maybe you can also say, I know a scientist that told me that we are losing oxygen by cutting down trees. And so by using this important information from books, from pictures that you might draw, and maybe experts that you might know or have heard about on a TV show or in an article that your parents read to you, like from Brain Pop Jr. or something, some other research tool, and you could write about that too. So including important information can really be very persuasive when we're thinking about changing someone's ideas. So let's look at some kids' writing of what they came up with. So this girl, Alyssa, wrote this letter to Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad, you need to recycle because it will be messy. You can get a recycle bin and put the recycle stuff in the recycle bin. One time, Zuma did not recycle, and then all of them fall out of the recycling bin, because then all of the cans cannot fall out of the recycle bin. It is not, oh, I can't read that word. Oh, it is not healthy for the earth. It could not be by accident because then it will be so messy if we don't recycle. That maybe it will be like if the whole world will be covered all with garbage. And maybe, garbage and stuff. And maybe rats and litter. I know, because I can tell if you do not recycle. It would be nice if you recycled in the recycling bin. From Alyssa. So in this Alyssa story, whoa, she wrote a lot, didn't she? Okay. So she told us what she wanted, what she thought was a big problem in the world. And she told us several reasons why. And she talked about what she saw in her own house with recycling and what she thought the world would look like if we didn't recycle. And then she was polite at the end and said, it would be nice if you recycled in the recycling bin. From Alyssa, right? Did you notice that polite talk at the end? Here's another example from this kid Liam to Ronan. Here's a totally different problem. Dear Ronan, when I call you, you do not listen to me. So I want you to learn how to listen to me, please. Next time when I call you, can you look at me? From Liam. That's a totally different problem. The problem here is that this person's not listening. Does that happen to you at home? That your siblings aren't listening to you? Maybe. And so you can write a letter about that. And so the polite talk here is next time when I call you, can you look at me? Okay, that's actually not a polite talk. That's fix it. That's the fix it example. All right, here's another example of a sign that this girl Bailey made. And her problem was that she wants people to put garbage in and recycle and put garbage in the garbage can. So her sign says, do not throw garbage at the floor because the earth will be all sticky and it will be all garbage. Okay? Then she draws a picture of me and she labeled me. And then this is an icon. Have you seen this picture before at your house? It means recycle, but she put a smiley face in the middle. And here she wrote recycle. And this must be the recycle bin, right? So several of you showed me those kinds of signs last week too. So here are some examples of how children gave lots of reasons. They had some fix-it ideas. They were polite. And some of them included some information. Okay, but you could add more. All right, so I'm really excited about beefing up and challenging your writing for this next writing piece and for you to pick your own idea so that we can be really convincing. Good luck with your next persuasive writing piece.